This video was requested by Gyan. If you would also like to request a paid commissioned video, you can send me an email at softspokenshank@gmail.com, or you can send me a message at Instagram at softspokenshank. There we can discuss the topic, length and price of the video, as well as whether you want the video to be privately sent to you or publicly posted on this channel. I have also started a membership program on this channel where you can get early access to all my new and upcoming videos, as well as those videos that I cannot publicly show on this channel. I hope you will like this video. Thank you. Hello, and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to tell you a story. This is a storytelling video, which I hope that you guys will enjoy. So this is a story of a postman whose job was to deliver letters to a village nearby. But the thing is that between the post office and the village there lies a heavy, thick, green, lush forest. And the postman would have to cross the forest to deliver the letters. The villagers used to respect the postman, and they had told him that, look, you can deliver the letter at any season, at any time except when there is sunset and darkness covers the village and the forest. Regardless, the postman, if an emergency was there was also a river nearby the forest, and he can take a canopy, which would lead him to the banks of the village. Otherwise, on a usual day, he would take his bicycle and travel through the forest during daytime and deliver the letters and come back to his post office where he lived at the night time. At the village, he had many acquaintances. For example, he was in good terms with the village head, with the farmers, the traders, the peasants that lived there. But his closest association was with this woman, who would consider the postman to be like his brother. She used to live with her mother-in-law, and her husband was in the army, so he was away from the village for most of the time. And people in the village used to do farming of different things, and there were plenty of land to farm, except there was also a big chunk of land that nobody touched. When the postman asked, why is that so, then the villagers told him that once upon a time they used to live a landlord with a massive mansion on that land. His mansion was very beautiful, with the roof made out of silver. But hundreds of years ago, a catastrophic earthquake ravaged the mansion, and he collapsed underneath the rubble. After that, the place was considered to be cursed, and no one would, set foot on it. And they forbade the postman to also set foot on that. Anyway, the postman was delivering the letter. He went to the woman's house, who considered to him as like her brother. She gave him some milk, asked him for a favor. And the favor was that she wanted the postman to write a letter to her husband, telling him that she was pregnant. So people in the village were not as literate, so postmen would write the letters of postman wrote the letter, he bid farewell and he went back to his post office. Now, if the postman wanted, he could, he could, send that letter on that very day, but he thought, I'm feeling tired, I'll send it to bottom. So he went to take a nap. However, later on in the evening, he received a speed post, an emergency speed post, which was sent by the army for that woman in the village. And in that letter, he would just open up and read the letter because the villagers could not read. The letter said that the husband of that woman who was in the army had passed away in a ceasefire violation, and that it also gave further information about the burial rights of the husband according to the military. Because that woman was like a sister to the postman, he decided not to delay this news and go to the village to deliver the news. The problem is, by the time he had received the news, the sun was already setting down into the horizon, and it was getting darker and darker and darker. So he thought that this is a matter of emergency. So you know what? I'm going to take the canopy and through the river will reach the village. But this was the summer's time during the month of June, and the weather was so hot that the river had dried down. Dried up, should I say rather. So he was like, you know what? I have to deliver this news to the woman. So he took his bicycle and he decided to be brave and go to the village through the thick, dense jungle. Although, whatever little illumination he was seeing under the open sky had completely been blocked when he went deeper and deeper into the jungle covered by the canopies of the tree. And as he went further, he realized that he was lost. He had no clue where he was, and he was cursing and fussing about this whole predicament. And then eventually, he made his way in front of a mansion in the middle of this thick jungle. And guess what? The roof of that mansion was shining silver. He could not believe it, because the villagers had told him that that mansion had been destroyed in an earthquake hundreds of years ago, so how come this one is standing? He did not want to believe that his eyes were tricking him, so he thought maybe there was another mansion around this area that looked just like that. Whatever. He decided to go there to ask for help. But there was a nameplate on the door of the mansion which had the name written Subedar. Subedar, for those who don't know, is a rank in an Indian army. He thought that was a weird coincidence. Why does it say Subedar? Anyway, he knocked on the door, and the door of the mansion opened itself. And what he saw inside was this living room that was very well illuminated and looked very nice and tidy and neatly kept. So he thought, this looks nice and safe. So he went inside, and the moment he went inside, the doors of the mansion slammed shut behind him, and everything just went dark. Everything just went super duper dark. And he could hear the voices of the wind howling in the distance. And he could hear the clattering of the utensils and the silver. And He got so scared he kept slamming on the doors to get out, but he could not get out, and he started crying and calling us to bring. But now I am seeing you right here. So was that news false? Because I was about to deliver that news to your wife. Subeda said, no, that news is not false. But I know that you are hiding something from me. The postman said, what am I hiding from you? Subeda said, you don't try to act coy with me. I know you're not as innocent as you look. The postman said, no, I am innocent. Subeda said that if you are innocent, then why did you charge exorbitant rates from my wife and the villagers for whenever they wanted to send a letter? Postman said, I did not. Subeda yelled, don't lie to me. And the postman started shivering really badly. And he said, I'm sorry, sir. You see, I'm just a poor postman. My salary is very low and I do not get any promotion. So I thought I could just charge a little extra and increase my earnings with the help of villagers. Subeda said, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. What type of man are you? Subeda said, I also know that whenever an outsider sends any money order or sends any cash to the village, you take a good chunk of it and only send a little bit to the villagers. Postman was shocked. How come? Subedar knew that. He fell on the feet of the deceased army man, the Subedar, and started apologizing that I'm very sorry. Subedar said, no, you have to be punished, and your punishment would be death itself. Subedar said, no. No, Postman said, no. Subedar said, shut up, yes, you will die. Postman started crying and, sobbing, and he said, okay, before you eventually kill me, do you want me to read you the final letter that your wife had written for you? Maybe you wouldn't be, you wouldn't be so hard on me. Subedar agreed that fine, read me the letter, which Postman did, and in the letter it said that, my dear husband, I hope you are doing well. I just wanted to let you know that you are going to become a father very soon. I'm expecting your child, and I'm all alone here, so would you just please come back to me to witness the birth of our child? I hope you do. Everything is fine in the village, and I'm sure that my brother, the postman, would send you this letter as soon as possible. I'm so grateful for the postman, because if it wasn't for him, we would not be able to communicate the way we do right now. With love, your loving wife. That's what the letter said. The Subedar, the army man, he got a little emotional reading that, and he was like, fair enough, if my wife consider you as her brother, then it would be unfair for me to kill my own brother-in-law. Fair enough, I'm going to let you go, but never ever cheat the villagers out The army man's spirit said fair enough, and he vanished. The mansion that the postman was in also vanished, and in front of the postman was